Hey hipsters, it's getting warmer outside, so you know what that means? It's shaved ice time. Paradise Hawaiian Shaved Ice in Suwanee, Georgia has partnered with us to give our listeners a 15% off code to use when they visit. Use the code SHOOTFROMTHEHIP for 15% off of your total. Try it today at 2855 Lawrenceville Suwanee Road in Suwanee, Georgia. Again, it's Paradise Hawaiian Shaved Ice in Suwanee, Georgia. Use the code SHOOTFROMTHEHIP for 15% off your total today. Matt's dance moves are terrible.
What are you talking about? My dance moves are fabulous.
According to
Myself?
And that's all that matters.
I dance for myself.
Good to know. You heard it here first.
Oh, wow.
Man.
All right, so it
Welcome
is
back on that note.
podcast number 19.
19.
The follow-up to a great podcast is a mediocre podcast. So here we go. I'm already rating our podcast.
It is,
Yeah.
it's probably a fair rating, though.
Probably.
I don't
well,
feel
it
like
is a
you're
fair rating.
I don't feel like you're wrong.
F-A-R-E.
I feel like I should give this like a 3-star rating.
Already.
Yeah, just go ahead and start at 3-star.
Yeah, just don't star the whole podcast as 3 stars.
No.
Because overall, we're
Just
like
episode
4.9,
19.
right?
Yeah, I think we're 4. Are we 4.0 or are we pure 5.0?
I thought we were 5,
I mean, we're 5.0.
Okay.
and I think that's what our actual rating is, too.
Our rating is 5.0.
Okay.
The where it should be. Man, I love that.
I know, that's so groovy.
Gets us every time.
It does, it
Here,
does.
here it goes. Boom, 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 boom. Nice.
That's good. I didn't remember that I did that, man. All right, so we're going to kick this off with a very uplifting hater great.
Yeah.
Ways to die. We talk about death a lot on this podcast
We do.
because it's what matters. That's what we live for.
We live for that moment
Yes,
where we don't live anymore.
It all comes to a single moment, a singular moment in your life
It does.
when you are no longer living.
We take that mortality that we have and we laugh at it in its face.
Yes. We should.
Bring your
While
best.
we're crying. Slightly.
Yes. So we're going to talk about the ways to die that we hate and ways to die that we think are great. So are we going to do like a hate great thing, like just one each? One?
That's a segment, so I would hope so.
Well, yeah, but I feel like we've done it a couple different ways.
We
but-
have. I think we should just mix it up again.
I think we make a
Why
plan
not?
and then we do something totally different
Yeah.
every single time. So it's,
Yeah.
whatever.
So let's just go down the let's start on the hate side.
Okay,
because
so we'll
I
just
need
go
a
down
little
the
more
hate, and then
inspiration
we'll-
for my
okay,
great side.
okay.
For all those that are listening, it's currently 11:15 p.m.
Yeah.
and we are very unprepared for this podcast. So I hate to just pull the curtain back, but that's just the truth about it.
Yeah.
We didn't think about our schedule, and all 3 of us will be out of town next week. So we had to preemptively record this with zero plan.
We always preemptively
well,
record these.
I guess we didn't think this through at all. We just basically turned on the mics and said, here we go.
Well, here's the thing that we want to say to our fans, right? We are here at 11:15 for you.
Producing this.
Yes.
guys.
We did this for you because we love you guys.
We give up our
Yeah.
valuable time sleeping, reading, eating cereal.
Eating when we're bored.
laying on your bed, playing on your phone,
Yes.
stuff like that. You
Eating.
know? Yeah.
We gave up Clash of Clans for this.
Yes.
So respect us.
I got to get up early tomorrow, too. so-
You do.
Yeah.
You just got to go have fun, and it costs something. So
I guess like speeding this up doesn't really change anything because we're still.
nah,
gonna
not really.
do
It's
it
still going to be a
for the
meh
time. Yeah.
podcast. So
Yeah.
Whatever,
speeding
yeah.
up will be a fast meh.
So with it being meh, you want to start off with our hate?
Yeah, I'll start off. Worst ways to die. So
Yeah.
pretty much all of them are terrible. Let me start with that.
Well, yeah, they're ways you hate.
Yes, like I want to stay alive.
Yeah.
But when I was kind of looking through this, like the one thing that started it off for me was being eaten by cannibals.
That'd be rough.
That would be like maybe the worst way is they throw you in a pot and begin to cook you and
Yeah.
prepare to
Where
eat
they
you.
keep you alive for
Yes.
extended periods and eat pieces.
Like
of you.
sushi, yeah. It's just
yeah.
like they just start
Whoa.
cutting chunks out and just chomping it down.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
Have you
being
ever-
eaten by cannibal? I mean, I'm sure that someone's got worse way than that. Well, that is scraping the bottom of the barrel
I
for
don't
me.
know if I have a worse way than that.
That's rough, man.
Whoa.
Have you heard of the movie or read the book The Road?
Yes.
So there's a
Viggo Mortensen, right?
Yeah, he's in the movie. I've read the book and I've seen the movie, and the book goes into more detail. But there's because it's post-apocalyptic
Right.
and everything, and there's this one house that he goes into, and he breaks open a latch and he opens it to find these people that are being kept alive down there and being eaten, like pieces of them. Keeping them alive.
So they
to
were just
preserve
like
the
pieced.
meat.
Yeah, they were like pieced
Yeah.
together.
This is horrifying.
Yeah, and
Oh.
and so he gets nervous because he realizes that people are coming back to the house, and these are obviously not very good people, and he doesn't. He's conflicted because he's like, well, I should save them, but I can't because if I do, I'm going to get myself killed, and so he ends up leaving the people and locking it back and then going away.
Wow.
Yeah, you talk about
In a
like
post-apocalyptic world, it's every man for himself.
Yeah,
Right.
rough.
Whoa.
Right.
Whoa.
Let's just settle the score now. When the zombies come, it's every man for himself.
Yeah,
We're
this
just-
this
man.
podcast won't be happening.
well, maybe it will.
Yeah,
come think of
we
it.
might still be doing this.
Yeah, just not with each other.
Yeah.
Because it's every man for himself.
Yeah,
Come
we'll
on
have
now.
our own podcast
Yeah.
at that point.
We won't be able to hear ourselves because our ears have been eaten. But
Oh man. So
Yeah.
so being eaten by a cannibal.
Yeah. That's
It's
rough.
not just the death in itself; it's all the prep for the death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Knowing
salt
what-
and the pepper.
marinade.
Like, hey, if I'm gonna go, at least put a little paprika on me.
I don't know. I mean, unless they're like trying to fatten you up like you're basically a cow at that point.
that'd be nice.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
time building up to it wouldn't be bad.
Right.
But then
Depends on
there's
what
that
they're
moment.
feeding you. Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's just like a corn fed, whatever.
Yeah, if it's like same thing every day.
Yeah.
So,
they get
so if
old.
you were like, if basically reincarnation were true, and we know it's not, and you came back as a cow, but
Yeah.
you were a human in your first life and you had knowledge, would you be like the most rebellious cow ever, trying to break out of your freedom?
How
'Cause you know,
devastating! How
you know-
devastating
you-
would that be if you knew and you were a cow and you were like,
Yeah, and you're like,
I was just
This
talking
is-
about this on a podcast.
yeah, like, this is what's gonna happen. They're gonna fatten me up and eat me. Like I'd be
They're just giving
breaking
me
every
grass because they
fence.
want grass-fed beef.
Yeah, I'd be.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, I see they're building a fence to keep me in, make
So
me fat.
so that makes me think. Okay, so a cow is basically on death row.
Now, if
then.
you were one of those,
Yes.
but if you were one of those
Man.
Kobe beef cows, what do they give them?
they get massages and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah. Don't they
Yeah.
get beer?
Yeah, I think they do.
Yeah, that's weird.
Or like
Yeah.
sake.
Something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's sake.
Some sort of alcohol.
That's really weird.
So you know what I
Yeah.
was thinking the other day? This is actually like kind of an insert random shower thought.
Yeah.
Hold on. Can I do it? Should I do it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you got to get rid of that S though.
So shower
Yeah, just one.
thought. So bird cages, like that's basically like prison for birds,
yeah.
right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And it's like solitary confinement
Yes.
for birds.
Yeah.
And
Or
if that's
it might be solitary.
if that's the case,
Yeah.
are zoos animal prisons?
In a sense, kind of. Yeah. I mean,
like we
there'd
keep
be a
'em-
lot of people
We
that
keep
would be
them
on board
behind
with that.
bars. We feed them
Yeah.
and shower them.
Yeah.
And then they're like on display.
So can you
But
imagine?
if you put a panda in the wild, it would die. Let's be honest. When you talk about like
There are pandas in the
certain
wild.
animals, well, yeah, they are going extinct very easily.
well, that's because they're lazy.
right. That's what I'm saying. Like the
So-
best situation for a panda is to be in a zoo where he's taken care of.
I guess. I mean, it's kind of survival of the fittest, though. It's like if you're going to be lazy, like, yeah, you're probably going to go extinct.
Well, right. But that's what I'm saying is like, while it might be kind of imprisoning them, they got a pretty cushy life.
So we should. But this breeds another question. Would you pay money to go to a human zoo and view like solitary confinement prison, and you could go and just
Well,
like
just like look at the
just like
prisoners.
Isn't that what a prison
look
walk
at,
is?
Look at like the most grotesque prisoners.
Oh wow! And
Would
just
you
see
pay to
what
go
they do.
in? Yeah.
There's something a little twisted
Yeah.
about that.
Like okay, like
It's almost like a haunted house, but
Like-
it's like it's like a
There's a
zoo.
Twilight Zone episode on
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
I would do that.
I think I kind of would.
Like I'd pay like $10 to walk through a prison just to like.
What if it was like $30,
ooh,
and it's like
$30.
maximum security,
Like, oh, this is the guy.
These
that-
are the worst criminals.
This is Ted
Like-
Bundy.
Oh, yes. Gosh, like there's like a plaque in front
Every
of everyone.
other episode, I'm still
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah, there you go. You
Would
you're
you-
like
would you do it?
consistent.
To see Ted Bundy?
Yeah, you're obsessed with him.
I think
so
he's
I know
dead though.
So
Dig up his grave.
They preserve his body.
I would totally do.
I
that
think
with a
I think
prison.
I kind of would.
I think that'd be a great way to.
That'd be a really interesting social experiment.
That
Yeah.
would be
But
wild.
zoos are kind of like animal prisons, and so I wonder, like, well, would we pay money to go see basically people kept in captivity that are too
Yeah.
wild to be on their own?
Right.
Whoa,
Oh man,
whoa!
I probably would though,
Yeah.
just out of sheer shock value. Of,
Yeah.
you know,
It's got
Yeah.
I saw
really
this.
interesting.
that's what we do on this podcast.
As long as they don't start hurling feces at me like the monkeys.
Oh, yeah.
well, right, yeah.
them
But
under
I mean,
control.
like you pass by a guy and he's just like,
Like,
you
how
know,
close could you get?
I mean, I think they'd probably have to put up some sort of, barrier, but I think you could get like right up on the,
Like within arm's reach, I would say.
well,
Or two
I mean, I was
arms
gonna say
reaches.
within a zoo, technically, you can't like,
I think it would be one of those like plexiglass wall things.
Okay.
Deal.
I'd be cool with that.
Yeah, because you wouldn't want them reaching out.
Like
and
maybe a
stuff.
one-way mirror too, so they don't know you're walking by.
Yeah.
Or do you want
yeah.
them to know you're walking by so they can yell insults at you?
Oh yeah, that'd be
or
fun.
okay, so you know how you can like,
You can knock on the window and stuff.
you know how you can go to a zoo,
They can charge it.
you know how you can go to a zoo and you can go like,
It's getting really bad.
sometimes you can go like with a trainer, like backstage and like, hey,
yeah.
Would you go on like the lawn with security guards when it's just like free roam?
And they've got little taser
Oh.
sticks.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And you just go out there and
Cattle prods.
everyone's like,
man, this is getting real depraved.
everyone's
dude.
free to go about the lawn and the yard as they want. Maximum security. Would you just go and like just take a walk with like a couple of guards?
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
I mean, I would do a prison walk.
Well,
So,
I
yeah.
mean, yeah. But I mean, like,
I mean, that's fairly similar. Fairly.
these guys have nothing to live for other than to like go out with glory and kill you.
That's true.
oh man, that would be. I mean, I'm all about excitement, so
Yeah.
I'd be all right with that.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I got out of there, Like,
That would be a heart pounding experience.
Yeah. Uh huh.
I mean, probably a lot more than any roller coaster.
Yeah.
That would be crazy.
I got a buddy who
Oh, I just basically
prison
solved
walk.
the way for states to make money. Like every state is
yeah
broke.
charge money to go into.
I mean, every state's got prisons.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
true.
Turn it into an amusement park.
Yeah.
Listen, kids,
It really
this
sucks
is how
for the
this is how
prisoners.
horrible your
yeah,
life would
yeah,
be.
field
Yeah.
trips. Field trips
Yes.
for kids. There we go. Stay in school, kids.
Guys are like making their own tattoos in the corner. Like, do you want this life?
Some kids are like, yeah, God, that looks kind of cool in some way. There'd be that jerk kid in the
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, the kid that's selling cigarettes.
And literally, you have like, at the zoo, you can like, sign up to be a zookeeper today, sort of thing. You could just like put kids on the fast track, like, all right, kid,
Yeah.
right, prison for you.
yeah.
We're putting your email on the list.
Oh man.
That would be hilarious. I don't know how we ended up on that, but
Yeah,
Wow.
we're doing
All
hate or
right,
great.
so
That was
what
great.
were we talking about? We were
eaten
talking-
by cannibals. I don't want to be
Cannibals.
eaten by cannibals.
Okay, Lancer, what you got?
all right,
Some of you
so,
ate.
so this is one that I would hate happen to me, but it
Yeah.
actually happened to somebody. Okay, this guy was trying to demonstrate that a certain glass in a building was unbreakable,
He jumped at it.
and it was in a very tall building, and he jumped at the glass, and the glass didn't break; it just fell out of the window, and so did he. I
He
would
was
hate
right.
that. He was right. It did not break.
And he probably went down knowing that
Yeah.
he was right.
Exactly. So it popped out of the little seal that it was in, and
Nice.
just him
Oh
and this
man, I
glass
have
fell.
I have a real fear of falling from heights. I do.
So
I don't really have that. Yeah.
Like not from like an airplane sort
Yeah.
of thing,
Yeah.
but I don't. I'll tell you when it like sealed this in my mind
Uh huh.
was September 11th.
Oh yeah.
Watching people jump out of the trade
Yeah,
tower,
right.
And it was like either that or burn. I was like,
ooh,
oh my gosh, like
That's a
I don't know
terrible
if I could
decision.
just jump out of a building to my
Yeah.
death.
yeah.
Like I don't. I think I would probably burn. I mean,
I would probably jump
I probably.
be honest.
I probably wouldn't.
because I'm thinking of the time. You know, I do the math in my head of like, okay, it's gonna be a lot faster to hit the pavement.
I
Yeah,
mean,
but you got to go down.
This is really grotesque.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, this
yeah.
is the topic.
I know. But you brought up like a real world scenario.
But I mean,
okay?
people had to
we could have gone with
choose.
something other than
I
a
don't-
real world scenario.
I don't want to be serious here like
Yeah.
that. Oh man.
All right, so
Oh.
one that I hate. I think of this one every time because you grow up hearing this of like you better tie your shoes or you'll trip on your shoelaces, break your neck, and kill yourself or whatever.
Oh, you know when the shoelace thing always gets you? Escalators.
Oh man,
Your parents are like,
Yeah,
you're gonna
this
get caught
one.
in the escalator and ground up, and you're like, oh gosh, what in
Yeah,
the world?
yeah,
I'm
okay.
never going on an escalator.
I'm with you on
again.
that. Yeah.
Terrifying.
No, but I was just gonna say tripping on your shoelaces and breaking your neck. That's just disappointing.
How
Is
does
where
that
I
even happen?
hate that.
That's like in that embarrassment factor. Like,
Yeah, or you know what always
Yeah, if you do that, you can't tell somebody, oh, I tripped on my shoelace.
I mean, you can't tell someone because you're dead, but
Good point. No, the other
Well, you
thing.
just mentioned break your neck, and I was thinking like, yeah, but then I forgot. Yeah,
yeah,
also-
you had to die in the process.
The other thing that always kind of freaked me out.
in your casket, you have a sign that says, "I didn't really fall."
Yeah, don't ask.
The other one that always kind of freaked me out was the one where like they talk about like having a straw in your mouth. Don't run around with a straw in your mouth because
Oh,
you'll trip and get it like
yeah.
shoved up in your mouth. Ugh. That sounds horrific.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
Yeah.
I actually know a kid that was, for whatever reason, was a baby and had a cock tube and fell, and the cock tube pierced their roof of their mouth.
Oh,
Yeah, did not die, thankfully,
Wow.
but that is a real deal. So
gracious.
yeah, the straw deal. Ugh.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Nope. Yeah.
Yeah.
That freaks me out.
So what about this one? This is a real fear of mine. Is there's somebody that died from being attacked by a swarm of bees.
Ooh.
And they got stung by
Bugs,
bees to
man.
death. And I was
Bugs,
like,
man.
oh, I hate
It's like,
bugs.
it's like you've heard of kids getting killed by getting fire ants
Yeah.
to death just because they're standing in a fire ant hill or they laid in a fire ant hill or
Right.
something like that. That's just nuts.
To death. Like, how many fire ant bites?
A lot.
Like
A lot.
millions. Yeah, there had to be a ton.
Probably not millions, but
Trillions.
thousands.
You guys ever? Did you guys ever get
Skip
a
the
really
billions.
serious fire ant bite?
Do what?
Did you guys ever get like really seriously nailed by fire ants?
I'm not serious. I've gotten it's really kind of weird, but I've gotten a mosquito bite on my arm where it hit like a particular place and it like swelled up like my forearm.
Yeah, the
Like
forearm
really
does
weird.
that.
I don't know why, but
a
it's
weird
like my
thing.
whole forearm like.
Do you know it
swelled
was a
up.
mosquito for sure? Or?
I'm pretty sure it was a mosquito bite because
gonna say,
it
I've
wasn't
had
like
that
it wasn't an ant bite that like
I've had a
it or
spider
whatever.
bite do that to me, where
Oh,
a
yeah.
mosquito bite didn't flare up, but a
Yeah.
spider bite flared up quite a bit more.
Yeah.
When we lived in Florida as a kid, we were playing hide and seek at a friend's house, and I decided to hide under their van that was
nice.
parked in their driveway. And
For a
so
long time, huh?
I got under there and I'm just laying quietly. I didn't realize I was laying in a fire ant hill. And, fire ants are
Yep.
it's like a gang. Like they
Yeah.
wait till there's like 500 of them on
they're
you.
like,
and they're like,
1, 2, 3,
bite.
bite!
Yep. And they all bite you at once.
Yeah.
And they had a pool in their backyard. And like I started
yeah.
getting bit and I
Yeah.
just tore out of there and I went and jumped right in the pool and they all like floated in the
What
top.
you got to do.
Good
And
move.
so
good move.
Yeah.
I rode home wet on that
Yeah.
on that day. But-
Yeah.
So my dad had a honeybee hive.
Okay.
And on multiple occasions, and I only ever got stung by a honeybee one time.
That's
for
crazy.
all of the years that we had them, and I like honeybees.
Yeah.
they're like the one bug that I can deal with more so.
I'm with you on that. Every
And-
other bug I have no
yeah.
use for.
There was one time,
Other than like worms and fishing.
yeah. There was one time that we were showing a kid the beehive and stuff, and I saw a drone walk out. I was like, "Oh, look, there's a drone," and I pointed real fast.
Yes.
And since I pointed real fast, a bee came up and stung me on the finger, and I was
Wow.
like, "Dang it!"
Really aggressive point.
This is super safe. You ought to have one. Ah!
Yeah, it's just because you move quickly, and they're like, "Oh, something, sting it."
Yeah.
And, all right.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm with that.
All right, Lancer, what you got?
So
Some other
I got
you
one that I don't know if I would think this is great or not. I know you guys don't think it's great, but I might be okay with going out this way. Attacked by a shark.
Oh.
It would be terrifying, but if I go out in a story of being attacked by a shark. I think I'd be all right with it.
You're good with it?
I think I would be okay with that being like
Yeah.
the story of how Lancer went out and he was gone.
Matt's
So-
playing with toys over here.
I dropped my cap.
Yeah, that would freak me out because of the like. I wouldn't feel like I had a fighting chance against a shark.
No,
No,
I
you
guess if it
don't.
was a different animal, like I can't swim.
I don't know.
You know,
People
I can
have
swim,
fought
but no.
sharks off. They
You
have.
can, yeah, but
I
it's
don't like the idea of tearing flesh. That's what it kind of freaks me out.
It's a combination of being eaten by a cannibal and drowning at the same time.
Yeah.
So
So actually, on my great list, I have riding a shark into a volcano.
That's a realistic one.
And you know,
Wow.
you know where I got this from was like I think it's like Despicable Me 2, and like there's this superhero that decides he's gonna ride like a shark loaded with dynamite into a volcano.
Wow.
And I was like, what an epic way to go. I
Nice.
was like, yeah, I could go for that. I think
that would be all right.
yeah,
Yeah.
because it ends in like an explosion. And it's like a blaze of glory sort of thing.
So,
But just being straight up attacked, nah.
so funny enough, after our whole discussion about falling to your death, I have on my great list skydive to death.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
I think that would be legit.
I'm okay with that.
I mean, like falling, like, you know,
Yeah.
5,000 feet.
I mean, on my list, I have jumping a motorcycle into the Grand Canyon as a cool way to die. So it's kind of like skydiving to death.
Yeah.
Because, I mean,
Yeah.
it's just you're on a motorcycle in the process.
Well, I love like the finality of it. There's a very big acceptance to it. You know, once
Yeah.
you jump out of the plane, you're done.
Yeah,
It's
you're
like,
like,
you're gonna get there.
I better enjoy this while it lasts.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, I'm moving pretty quick.
yeah. Like appreciate it,
Yep.
and then you know it's done.
See, it's hard to kind of think what's a great way to die because
Well, then the question is, what do you aim for?
you're kind of orchestrating your own death. So
Do you
it's
aim for the
basically suicide.
pavement, or do you aim for? Because you don't want to hit trees, and like, because
You
I
hit
feel like that
water,
would be.
that'll kill you.
I feel like hitting trees would be the worst thing.
Anything will kill you, right?
Yeah, yeah. I think I'd
Yeah.
aim for like dirt.
Make a nice cloud around you. That's where I went.
I'll aim for my sofa.
Yeah,
my
I
cloud
think
sofa.
pavement would be really tough to clean up for someone later.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
maybe the dirt. They could
Well,
just leave
if you
parts
if
there.
you go over the ocean, you're just chum for the sharks. So technically, you aren't
yeah.
being eaten by a shark.
Yeah.
Well, and I kind of wonder, like, how much would you feel? Because it would be very quick,
Yeah.
but I feel like you would still feel just momentarily.
Wait a minute. What if you skydived out over the ocean, but you did a perfect dive into the water? Would it still kill you?
Probably.
I mean, like,
It'd crush from your fingers all the way down to your toes.
right, but like it would probably definitely break your fingers, and if you did
Yeah.
like the nice arm, like
yeah.
diving form,
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Well, I think when you go at that kind of height, don't you go feet first and you do that whole like
Pencil dive.
swoop thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
maybe.
You'd
You
still
probably go
break your
so
feet.
far under the ocean, like you wouldn't have breath.
Yeah. I mean,
It
it would,
would pierce to the floor.
if anything, it would knock you unconscious.
Oh,
So-
absolutely.
Man, I don't know if I could do that just because
Rip
of
your
like
skin off.
Yeah.
I couldn't really enjoy the skydive out of the anxiety that I would be feeling.
There'd be a lot of anxiety.
Like, is there
about
a
it,
way
yeah.
that I could do something cool and then just like if I could be in a fighter jet and somebody just shoot me out of the sky and just
No,
authorize
see,
somebody
okay,
to
so that
execute me?
goes- that
because
goes-
then I don't know when it's happening. All of a sudden, boom, it's just done.
That goes into one of my other ones. My other one was a plane crash that you were driving.
See, I don't want to crash it, but just shoot me out of the sky because
I think crashing it would be
here
fun.
Here I go, here I go. No, I'm not. You know, I'd kind of be like, I don't know if I want to end it just yet.
I think crashing it would be fun.
What if you got the hang of the whole flying the plane thing and you started being pretty good and you're like, why would I kill myself?
Well,
I just found my new hobby.
you gotta have
good.
you gotta have enough skill to put it down.
Yeah, well, I
And kill
still
yourself.
think I would rather authorize somebody shoot me out of the sky.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Well,
I mean,
at least there's
that's a good blaze of glory.
spontaneity.
I like the blaze of glory of it.
I got a total different way to die that I
Yeah.
think would be that I would hate this way.
Yeah.
We see it in movies a lot. Being crushed between two moving walls.
Yeah. Uh huh.
That's always like a very suspenseful part in a movie.
Like a Terminator kind of deal.
And did they do it in the Star Wars?
Star Wars, yeah.
That always made me nervous with Terminator when she's crawling through there. I'm like, get out of there. I don't like that spot.
Right. Yeah.
And then she uses it to crush the thing, and I'm like, okay, good.
Smart idea. Yeah, but you never see anyone actually go out that way unless you're a Terminator.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that would be an awful way to go.
Yeah.
Two walls just crush you.
You know the other thing, and it came to mind just recently, is those the grinders. You know the two
Yeah.
big metal grinder things that
like
just like
the-
shred everything.
like
Yeah,
the
shredders.
gears that like
Yeah.
So I actually think a cool way to go
Or
would
wood chipper. Yeah.
Wood chipper. Yeah, that's basically what it is.
oh that's
Yep.
moving on.
Yeah.
Head first, definitely.
I think a cool way to go would honestly be to be in some sort of like a space shuttle or something and have it like blow up, almost like a Challenger situation.
Yeah.
Not that was like awesome.
No,
it was
yeah.
obviously a tragedy, but if you had to choose,
Right.
because you're kind of like going towards space,
just,
and then it's all of a sudden spontaneous or like
Right.
yeah,
Just
so-
done.
so-
Right. There was Challenger, and then was that wasn't the most recent one, right? There was one that was recently when they were re-entering atmosphere.
yeah.
Um,
I'm going to say
burnout.
orbiter, but I don't think that's right.
No, it is not correct. I just saw a little
The
documentary video on it.
Enterprise.
Was it Columbia?
I think that's right. I think that's what it was.
I'm wearing my Kennedy Space Center shirt, and I know I saw it there. So
I'm pretty sure that's correct.
okay, and that was
That was when the foam piece hit the wing.
Yeah, I think it was. I'm gonna throw out a year. I think that was 04.
It's
when that one
something. It's
happened.
somewhere
You
around
are
in
very
there.
close. February 1st of 2003.
Okay.
Nice.
Space Shuttle Columbia disintegrated upon re-entering Earth's
Yep.
atmosphere, killing all 7 crew members.
Yep.
Wow.
What was with the Discovery? I remember that.
Discovery? I don't.
That was
remember
was
which
that
one.
the one that took off and it had the like teacher on it? I think that's the one that might
No,
have had a
that
teacher.
was
That was
Challenger.
Oh,
That was
yeah.
Challenger.
Yeah,
Okay,
Krista
yeah.
McAuliffe was on that.
Right.
I thought there was something with the.
I don't remember.
By the way, Lancer, you were not wrong. The Space Shuttle Discovery, like the technical name was Orbiter Vehicle Designation
Man.
OV-103.
Dude,
Wow.
I know my space stuff like you guys just don't understand. You know,
That's why you're wearing your Kennedy
That's why I'm wearing my
Space
Kennedy
Center.
Space Center shirt.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's
Did not know that.
Anyways, so they, I think they made it back.
Okay. Well, anyway.
Good for them.
So never mind.
Yeah,
nothing
no.
on Discovery. But like
Right.
space shuttle, like re-entering, like you go see space, you re-enter, and like it blows up.
Right.
It's
Well,
just kind of like it's over real quick, but you saw space.
And you get remembered for a really long time for that.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably get like a
They got-
plaque or something.
Yeah.
They got some really nice.
Yeah,
stuff
I
at
think I
Kennedy
think that
Space
the
Center.
re-entry thing is a lot better than like blowing up on takeoff.
Yeah, I agree because you actually saw it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really disappointing in that blow up on takeoff.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Are we? have we exhausted how we're gonna die yet?
Probably.
I was like this.
Because
really
we got to
gotta-
talk about puke stories.
We gotta talk about
Yeah.
some puke stories.
Oh,
so
man.
if we can only cue like a really good barfing noise, but we don't have that.
Yeah, I
So,
wish
so we
we
prepped
did.
for this podcast in literally about, what, 10, 15
Maybe
minutes
10
max?
minutes.
I'm
And
gonna randomly put some music in on this just to add a little
some,
bit.
some good
yeah,
barf
some,
music.
some like gagging sounds.
Oh yeah, this is good. This is
some
good
little
puke
like,
music right here.
Kind of like
So we're going to
horror.
go over some puke stories because apparently Lancer has a really good one. Should we
Lancer-
save you?
No, I think you should kick it off.
You
think
want
I
to kick it
should?
off?
Yeah.
I'm good either way. So
All right, go
all
for
right,
it.
so this story happened to me when I was maybe like 21, 22, so about 8 years ago.
Okay.
I was on a long drive to.
This music is great for this.
I was on a long drive to a college class I was going to at
Yeah.
the time. And I woke up in the morning, and you know how you have like those loogies in the back of your
Yes.
throat?
Yeah.
And I had just a massive one back there. And the whole drive, I was doing that little
That hawk
hacking.
thing?
That little hawk. Yeah, there
Yeah,
you go.
yeah, yeah.
I was doing that the whole way, and I could not get this thing out. I am not kidding. it was like a 45-minute drive, and I just couldn't get it out. So I'm getting to the point where I'm in the turn lane for the school.
You're going horse at this point.
Right, right. And I finally break it loose, okay?
Okay.
This thing breaks loose, and I am so happy. And I roll down my window to spit it out.
Yeah.
When I spit it out, it's still stuck to the back of my uvula.
Oh.
And it comes out of my mouth, and it was such a big one that it came out of my mouth, stuck on the back of my uvula, and wrapped around my chin.
What?
I am not kidding. That is how big this loogie was. And as that was happening, so it's wrapped around my chin and around my uvula, so I'm gagging. And I am just constantly gagging and gagging and gagging. I'm sitting in this turn lane, and I open up the door, stick my head out, and throw up on the street.
Wow.
Did it clear the loogie?
It did. It cleared the loogie out, and
Wow.
I threw up on the side of the road right there because a loogie was gagging me
Oh,
to death.
man.
That's
And-
gross.
And I walked in the bathroom, cleaned out
That's
my
a
mouth.
horrible way to die, is being choked to death by a loogie.
By your own loogie. So,
Revenge
yeah.
of my sinuses.
So that's
Wow.
my most epic puke story was I choked
that is
myself
pretty.
on a loogie.
That is pretty dramatic. I
Yeah.
have to admit that.
Yeah.
It was wild. So
Man, the music ended like right in time at the end of that story.
so
Cue the music for the next
all
story.
right, here we go.
All right.
Story number 2.
Okay, so when my wife and I we were on our honeymoon, we were in Park City, Utah, and
Music.
it's like so eerie. So we're one of the days of our honeymoon. We took a trip up into the mountains a little bit, and we went to this super nice resort, and it's pretty
Yeah.
cool. Like you park at the resort at the bottom of this mountain, and you take like a glass tram, like on a cable, up the mountain to the resort.
Yeah,
And it's
sounds
a,
safe.
It's a big ski resort. It was cool.
Yeah, yeah.
So we go up there and we're having a great time, and we're just walking around and we're seeing all these different sights, and we're just kind of hanging out at the resort and everything. And so we're out and we're just taking a walk, and it's a beautiful day. It's like the first week of June in Utah, so it's like I don't know, probably in the high 50s during the morning, and then it warms up to maybe about the high 70s, 80.
Uh-huh.
So we're walking around, and it's a ski resort, but there's obviously no snow. And so we're just kind of chilling out, and we're sitting on this patio, and I look up, and there's like a ski run right in front of me, and I can see like a marker like halfway up there. And just being the big like strapping person that I am, wanting to prove my manliness to my new wife, I said, I could probably just run right up that thing and touch that marker. She was like, yeah, whatever. I was like, no, seriously, I could just run right up that ski lift.
I can do it.
And she's like, okay, sure. And I'm like, fine, you don't believe me? So I take off running, and here I am. I'm going, and I start running. I get about halfway up that ski run, and I begin to think, this is a really bad idea. This is really steep.
I've made a horrible mistake.
But I'm halfway up, and it's like, what am I going to prove to my wife, that I'm this weakling? No. So I run all the way up to this marker. It's
Young
like
married
it's halfway up, right? And I get up there, and I am completely gassed and just forgot that I'm already at like 7,000 feet elevation by
Yeah.
the time I did this.
Uh-huh.
So we had already eaten lunch and everything. So I come walking down, and man, I'm feeling terrible.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, this is so bad. So I come down, and we start walking through the resort again, and I'm like, I just stop, and I'm like, man, I am really sick. And she's like, you should have done that. I told you. I'm like, yeah, whatever. And I'm like, I need to find a bathroom. And we're like, okay, and we're like lost in this resort, and we can't find a bathroom anywhere. So, and it's like a 5-star place, right? So I'm walking, I look at her, I said, no, I need to find a bathroom like right now. I could tell it's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's like, I don't know where. And like literally, I look over to my left, and there's this most ornate looking water fountain, drinking fountain you've ever seen in your life. It looks like the lamp from Aladdin, this like golden bowl. And I ran over to that thing, and I'm telling you, I filled in the lobby of this 5-star resort. I filled the drinking fountain to the top with barf,
Nice.
and just left it. And then turned out there was a bathroom right around the corner.
Oh, my
I went in there,
Of
rinsed
course
out.
there is. There's
Yeah.
plumbing right there.
So I went in, rinsed out my mouth and all that, and we leave, and literally I see like a maintenance guy walk by, and he's like double takes, and the fountain is just like overflowing with barf,
God.
and I'm like, it's time to go. Off
so
we went.
gross.
Walk
We
off.
left. We left this beautiful resort with a whole fountain full of barf.
That's
And
disgusting.
that was like my most
man.
epic barf story.
Yeah, you never told him it was you or anything.
No, just walked off.
Let it go.
Nice.
Yeah,
Let
there
it
was,
go.
and it was like a really ornate water fountain.
Oh,
And
Wow.
it looked like a bowl of used chili sitting there. It was rough.
Gross. So, first off, before I talk about myself, there was one time that I was driving down the road, and there was someone in front of me, and they they were driving a little weird, and then they pulled off to the side into a gas station. And I look over and I see this lady open the door and just throw up right next to her car. And I was just like,
Yep.
gross. She must have had it hooked on her uvula, you know.
You might have.
Had a loogie. All right, but no, for myself, it's funny because I was asleep and I had eaten a pizza steak, which for those of you who don't know what a pizza steak is, it's a Philly cheesesteak but with pizza sauce.
Right.
And like mozzarella cheese and whatever. Anyway, pizza steak, delicious. And I had eaten one of those, and I was asleep in bed with my brother in the same bed because we were staying at my grandparents'. And apparently I was sweating a lot, and I was moaning and like thrashing around a little bit. And so my brother was like, "Matthew, are you okay?" And I wasn't waking up, and so he kind of like pushed at me a little bit, and then all of a sudden I jerk up, sit up, and just projectile vomit all over the bed.
He's like possessed.
I'm projectile vomiting all over the bed, and then I woke up.
Did you say something?
And so then, then through the rest of the night, I'm like vomiting and stuff.
That sounds so much like The Exorcist or something. Like just thrashing around, sweating.
Yeah, then my head spun around in circles.
You probably felt like your head was spinning around in circles.
It was pretty rough.
Oh,
but the
man.
thing is, you know how that thing, where you eat something and it makes you puke, and so then you're like, oh, I'd never want to eat that again.
Right, yeah, it ruins a good experience.
I refused to feel that way. So literally, like a few days later, I ate pizza steak again because I was like, I am not going to let this thing take that away from me. And I didn't, and it's a mental block thing. So I got past that mental block. So I'll eat a pizza steak in a heartbeat.
Okay.
Have you ever had food poisoning?
No.
Yes.
I've had it twice. It's terrifying.
I bet.
Because you can't. You're like what?
Yeah.
24 hours, and
Yeah.
you're like, I'm barfing. I know I need to drink something.
I have
right?
not thrown up that much in my life. Like I could probably count it on one hand.
That's like my wife.
Yeah.
But
When you have food poisoning, you throw up like 30 times a night.
you can't keep anything down.
Yeah.
Water, like they say to eat like those oyster crackers because they absorb stomach acid as Matt dies.
I swallowed water wrong.
So Matt, just throw up. It'd be perfect timing. Give us some good audio.
Clears your throat out really well.
But yeah, like they say to eat oyster crackers because it absorbs stomach acid.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
And I tried that, and man, I threw up everything.
All of the oyster
All
crackers.
the oyster crackers, the water, like the Gatorade to try to hydrate
Yeah.
yourself. You can't keep anything down.
But see, you're
Yeah.
supposed to swallow them whole.
Man, when you have food poisoning, though, there's so many false alarm. Like you think you're good after
Yeah.
you throw up. You're like, oh yeah, I'm good now.
Right.
And then like
'Cause there's-
30 minutes later,
There's something about throwing up that makes you feel so much better.
it really does.
Have you?
And then brushing your teeth afterwards.
do you ever make?
That's like, oh.
do you ever make
It's like
yourself
heaven
throw up?
after that. Sort of. Like, I've forced myself, like, just, like, as you're over the toilet and you're just like, come on, just come. And so then you just start, like, pushing it.
Yeah,
Yeah. I've done that.
I've
I've not stuck my finger down my throat yet.
I've had some times in gym class where I'm gritting through some really intense like basketball workout, and I was just like, this is going to be easier. And
If you just go and do it.
I just went over to a trash can and just barf.
See, I've never I've worked myself until failure, like muscle failure. I've never had to throw up.
Then you haven't done enough like intense like burst running because
Yeah.
I've had some times
mean-
where it's like you're sprinting to the point, and I don't know if it's maybe the up and down too of like touching lines and going
Yeah,
back
yeah,
and
I've
forth doing
yeah.
that
I've done
stuff.
a lot of that crap.
Where it like kind of disorients you and makes you nauseous. I
Yeah.
don't know, but I've gotten to the point where I'm literally running to the point where there's
Yeah, which I didn't do like those kind. Like I did a lot of quick sprints, but it wasn't quite the same because it was outdoor soccer and we're doing quick sprints
plus
across the
our coach
soccer
was just
field.
trying to kill us.
Yeah.
It was like
Oh, yeah.
survival.
Yeah, like, I had one of those coaches where it's just like, we get done with the day and we screwed up something.
Yeah,
and
he's
so
just-
like
he's
he's
just
like,
angry.
all right, run 3 miles around the field. Oh, and by the way, we're gonna do sprints right now. and so we're doing
Yeah.
suicides across the soccer field.
Yeah.
So you're doing full field suicides, and you're just like,
It's good for kids.
Yeah.
It really does like grow you up.
oh yeah.
Like I was about, I don't know, 8 or so, and I was playing Little League football, and our team was terrible. We lost every single game, right? but I was one of the better players on the team, so I was
then
on the
they were
field.
really bad.
Like, wow. Well,
Thanks, Matt.
Well,
like-
what position did you play?
I played running back, and then I played linebacker. So
Those are two fun
yeah,
positions.
those very
Yeah.
fun positions.
Yeah.
But because I was the running back, we won the game 6-0, and I scored the touchdown. Right?
Nice.
Like it was total lucky. Like no one just was there, and I was wide open. So it wasn't like I did some amazing things.
Yeah.
I just ran in an open field and scored a touchdown.
The other team wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, they were like
and
just they like were just a little worse than us that one time.
a couple of them were falling asleep on the field.
But I played the whole game, and I was always exhausted at the end. And we won our first game in like years. And the coach ran up to me. He's like, "Yeah," and gave me 5. And when he gave me 5, I was so exhausted, I just threw up all over the place right there. And he's like, "All right," and he just left.
He's like, this is why I never win. This always happens.
Nice.
Oh, man, that's
gracious.
hilarious. Well, we ought to move into our last segment because it's currently 11:53 p.m.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're approaching the next day, and our last segment is a little
Would you rather?
Come on down.
Little reverb. I tried to throw it.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, hit me up with that
I didn't
again.
know what happened there.
I'm ready for it this time. Would you rather?
In there. Nice.
Maybe we'll
All
leave
right.
that as a permanent deal right there. Or maybe it'll just be a one-off and
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe
One
it was
and
a
done.
one-time thing.
one-hit wonder.
Got to listen to the next episode to find out.
There we go.
All right, would you like me to kick this off? Would you rather me kick it off, or would you rather?
I would rather Matt kick it off.
I
All right.
agree.
Would you rather be able to talk like a cowboy? Only be able to talk like a cowboy. Let me rephrase that.
Can you give us an
Or-
example? Can you use that in a sentence?
Basically, take anything that John Wayne has said.
All right.
All right. Or only be able to dress like a cowboy.
Both of these things are epically good,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
But you can
Yeah.
only do one.
Yes.
I'm gonna take. Well, let's unpack this a little bit. So,
unpack it. Unpack it.
speak like a cowboy. So, what are some cowboy type things to say? Like
Darn tootin'.
partner.
This town ain't big enough.
There's a snake in my boot. You gotta be careful using the word partner all the time these days.
yeah, you can't really.
Someone poisoned
Someone
the water
twists the
hole.
water hole, yeah. With the Tom Hanks voiceover. So, yeah, I guess if you're talking like John Wayne, you got to use like, you're not from around these parts.
Right.
Okay, so dressing like a
Town ain't big enough for the two of us.
dressing like a cowboy, you get a sweet hat,
Yep.
boots,
Yep.
Belt buckle.
guns.
You do.
I guess.
There's no guess.
I mean, like it's
You've seen westerns.
yeah, I know, but it kind of it's an accessory. I'll count it.
Get a
yeah,
leather
for the dress.
vest.
Okay, you tell a kid, hey, dress like a cowboy. What's the first thing to do?
Yeah,
Put
yeah,
guns
yeah,
on.
yeah. You're right. You're
I mean,
right.
like maybe
you're
the
right.
third thing. Cowboy hat first.
Wearing the
I'll give
spurs.
you the hat. Spurs.
Spurs are cool.
Are we going
yeah.
chaps too?
Ooh, yeah.
All right.
Just go all out.
Vest.
Chaps, vest.
Yep.
What kind of shirts do they wear?
It's kind of like a button up.
Yeah.
Like just a dress shirt?
Yeah, but like kind of like a flannelly western.
Yeah.
But it's like a button up shirt. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Big
Like,
belt
like a
buckle.
blouseier one, just because
Belt
they
buckle?
didn't make them fitted back then.
I'm
Right.
uncomfortable with the use of the word blouse, unless we're talking about Nacho Libre. Let go my blouse.
What? You don't like calling
And I
your
use-
shirts blouses?
I use my strength to rip my blouse. So, bandana
yeah.
around the neck.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you're going to look weird, but there's going to be some respect, I think.
Absolutely.
I think I'm going dressed like a cowboy.
Darn tootin'.
You're darn tootin'.
Man, I'm
But you know what stinks is you're gonna dress like a cowboy, but you won't be talking like one.
See, like, hey guys.
now let me ask you: if you can talk like a cowboy, does that mean you can never dress like one?
no.
So then I would just choose to talk like one. That way I could dress whichever way I want,
Okay.
and then I guess I could dress like.
I
a
feel
cowboy.
like that's manipulating the question.
A
though.
little bit.
Yeah, I think you
bit.
can.
Okay,
It's either
you-
one or the other. You either
but you
dress
can't-
like one, and you never talk like one, or you talk like one but can never dress like one.
Okay.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah,
Because
that
otherwise,
makes more sense.
Because otherwise, it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
you know, well,
Then
I'll
it's the
just
easy-
pretend to fake it, you know?
Yeah, then it's
So
the easy
so
one.
you either dress like a cowboy with a northern accent, or you talk like a cowboy dressed like a businessman.
Oh, that actually sounds kind of fun. Come up in a suit, and then
Y'all see that spreadsheet?
Howdy, y'all.
this conference room ain't big enough. So
Let's
So-
set her up around the conference table.
so you're gonna take talking like a cowboy?
I think I'll take talking like one. That'll
Okay.
be fun. I
Okay.
think that'll be a lot of fun.
All right.
It would be interesting. That's
yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
I like dressing like a cowboy. And I don't know why. There's something about like dressing up. I always
I feel like
the-
people would
I
be
always-
taking pictures with you.
You
a
know,
lot,
and I
too.
always feel
Yeah.
like I like the idea of dressing up, but I never do it.
I feel like if what you just said, I think you could market the Yankee cowboy.
The Yankee cowboy.
I
yeah.
think you can.
I think that would be
Yeah.
really marketable.
Yeah.
And if you like
Get some skills at bull riding, and then
Yeah.
become the Yankee cowboy.
I'm not gonna lie.
You gain some
bull
respect
riding,
for
bull
that.
riding scares me a little bit.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
but you'd have some respect.
I
Yeah.
would bronco ride, but riding a bull, man, I've seen people get gored by those horns. And
Yeah.
I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Either a boar or a bull or a bronco would just like murder you.
A
on the
boar would
ground.
be rough too.
A
A boar would kill you too, real fast.
Oh, all right. Let me give you guys one.
All right.
Would you rather have permanently yellow teeth or permanently bad breath?
Ooh.
Both are not good.
Yeah, both.
What if I already have both?
So I want you to think about though, like
Yellow
really,
teeth or
really
bad
stained,
breath.
really stained
yeah.
teeth.
Like
or,
you're from England, yeah.
yeah. Well, not like crooked teeth,
Yeah,
or like
oh,
horrible
true, yeah,
teeth,
yeah.
but your teeth are just like you're gonna smile and it's just,
Yeah.
or you're gonna have pristine white, beautiful teeth,
But your
but
breath
you're
is
gonna be
bad.
the stinky breath guy.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing I want to ask because
You can't change it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
can't like
yeah, yeah.
chew gum or take a mint.
Or even if you do, it doesn't help.
Right.
Okay. Ooh, that's tough then.
It is
That's
tough.
really
And
tough.
I thought about it because I drink a lot of coffee, hence my teeth are not sparkling white.
Mhm.
And I would love them to be.
Yeah.
Because it does look awesome when people just have nice white teeth.
Yeah. I've given up on white teeth, yeah.
I kind of have too. Like
Yeah.
I have it, but I have.
Right.
Like maybe one day when I'm a TV star, I'll get in, some sort of teeth whitening.
Right, yeah. You'll be able to afford all
And
that
I'll get
stuff.
some Invisalign for my bottom row.
There you go. But, I mean, it's just there are trade offs you have to make, and it's like
Yeah.
you're gonna look. You either have to just reconcile yourself to.
I think I
not
have an
smiling
answer
in
for
pictures.
Yeah, I think I have an answer for mine. I think I'm going with yellow teeth because I feel like people are more forgiving about like bad looking teeth than they are about you being in their face with bad breath.
That is true. Yeah,
Like-
the breath is terrible.
Yeah, it is. It's real rough. It's really difficult.
How do you tell somebody with bad breath? How do you politely?
You don't. You take their hand and then you put it on their mouth.
So I think if you have somebody with bad breath, you always keep gum on you, and you just pull it out like you're gonna eat a piece, and you say, "Hey, you want a piece?"
Yeah, that's a good way to do that.
And
yeah.
then you just put it back in your pocket.
Cause,
Don't eat any of
Because
it
you know
yourself.
what my wife does? Because she'll just take it out and like hand me one, and I'm like, oh okay. I have
I
bad
know.
breath.
Isn't
Yeah.
that always kind of like a little bit humiliating in
A
a
little
small
bit.
bit away? Like,
A
oh
little bit.
man.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'm okay with my wife doing it. But
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, there's
If someone were like, here's a piece of gum, I'd be like,
Wait a minute, dude.
okay.
Wait a minute, random
well, I
citizen on the
think
bus.
I would rather somebody tell me though, right? Than somebody
yeah,
just
yeah.
like let you be stinky breath. to
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
just
it
it's
is,
just
right.
got that little embarrassment factor. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, you're gonna be embarrassed a little bit either way.
Yeah.
But I think you just have to reconcile yourself to smile without showing your teeth.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you have like really bad teeth.
I
Yeah.
agree.
But I have a bad like no teeth smile.
Or just do kind of like the smirk.
You know if you go too hard with the no teeth smile, it just
You look
looks
super
freaky.
cheesy. Yeah,
Yeah.
Matt, you do look like you would be banned from walking within 500 feet of an elementary school with that smile.
Yes. Yes,
So-
you do.
But I
I was
think
gonna say from a Toys R Us, but those don't really exist
you could give
anymore.
them
Yeah, those
the
are done.
steely-eyed cowboy look.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
What does it mean to be steely-eyed?
I'll show you that whistle. I'll show you that cowboy whistle.
Good try. Good try.
Yeah, you got
So-
it a little
so-
bit.
Yeah.
What a
The
great,
whistling.
what a
podcast.
great episode. We just had
Yeah.
right there.
What were we talking about? Oh, steely-eyed. Steely-eyed.
I always imagine squinting. It's like
I
Yeah.
feel like it's just deadpan. Same thing as like well, almost the same thing as deadpan, except that
nothing to do with my question.
there's a little more malice behind it.
you can sense the motive of my look.
Right, yeah.
All right, Lancer, you got one
Yeah.
for us?
Yeah, here we go. All right, so this is a really tough one, actually. Would you rather be able to shower every day for 2 weeks and have, or sorry, I messed this up. Would
Yeah,
you
try that
rather?
again.
Yeah.
Yes.
Would you rather? Would you rather be unable to shower for 2 weeks, but always have clean clothes daily, or be able to shower every day but never get to change your clothes? And this is for a 2-week time period.
All right.
Yeah.
Are you doing your like regular scheduled stuff? Like, are you living your normal life this way?
Yeah, you're living your normal life,
Okay.
but you either can't shower.
So it's
or
not like
can't
I'm on
change your clothes.
vacation somewhere where I can just
Right.
hang out in the air conditioning all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
Although I generally do that anyway,
Right.
because I work in an office.
Because you're a wuss.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
like particularly.
Although I
bad.
would have to mow the lawn at some point.
Yeah.
After 2 weeks.
Yeah, like this is particularly bad if you got like a really dirty job where you
Yeah.
sweat a lot and you
Yeah.
get, yeah.
I'm not going to lie. Even if I didn't have that, I love my showers.
Yeah.
I love them.
Yeah.
So parting with that would be tough. However, I'm always doing some weird random job. And
Like when the toilets are exploding.
like when the toilets explode and you know, like one day you could be fixing a septic, the next day you're speaking at a funeral. And I feel
Yeah.
like I have to take having clean clothes.
Yeah.
As much as I love a shower, I could take showers for several hours a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're great.
Yeah. I think I'd go with clean clothes too, because I think clean clothes really retain some nastiness. Or I mean, dirty clothes retain
Like
some
if
nastiness.
you really sweat
Yeah.
in a pair of clothes and,
Well,
and
and
you let it dry, that next time you put it on,
I think
Man,
you
it's
I think you realize this when you start meeting people from like third world countries and stuff like that, because they don't wash their clothes as regularly.
no.
It's just a cultural thing
everyone
and a
smells.
habitual thing. Yeah, and the clothes are what carry the smells.
Oh man. So
I knew a girl who would come into school on a regular basis, and she had sheep at home, and she would feed the sheep in the morning, and those shoes smelled like sheep poo. And
Sheep poo.
sheep poo. She was clean. Her shoes were not. And
isn't that like a type of dog? They smelled like sheep poo.
pretty
She
close?
what?
Yeah.
Female dung.
But yeah, no, those shoes smelled up the classroom.
Yeah.
Well,
It was pretty
yeah,
intense.
being in Egypt, like we had this conference for like 3 days.
Yeah.
By day 3, that place smelled so rank.
Yeah.
Because there were people that didn't change their clothes for 3 days.
Right.
And you were like, man.
And they might be relatively clean. The clothes might not be.
Yeah, it was. So I got to go with the clean clothes. I
Yeah.
think you can always kind of do the little spit bath in the,
Yeah.
in the sink sort of deal. and
We
kinda-
always call it an Italian bath when you would just spray perfume on top.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Cologne, whatever.
you could try to do a little wipe down, little baby powder, and roll, and you'd probably be all right.
Yeah.
Fine.
You could cover it up at least for 2 weeks,
Yeah.
or tell people like you're doing some sort of weird fast.
You're
or
doing
something.
some shower cleanse.
Yeah, you're doing some sort of religious ritual.
Water
I'm
conservation.
allowing my pores to
Exfoliate.
Phil.
How about this?
grease up.
Would you rather look like a 10-year-old from the neck up or from the neck down?
That's awesome. Look like a 10-year-old. Oh man.
Oh, good.
Can I
grief.
still grow a beard? I guess not.
I guess
Probably not.
Yeah.
Because I probably look like a 10-year-old without
Right.
my beard.
I would have to go from the neck up. I would say I'd like to keep the
You like
body.
your physique.
I like my physique. My
Can you imagine
My-
having 10-year-old Lancer head on your body right now?
That would be
It'd be hilarious.
That'd be so weird. It would be
Oh
like
man.
it would not fit either way
Yeah.
because I couldn't imagine a bald
So,
head on a
question.
10-year-old body.
If you were Lancer head on a 10-year-old Lancer body, are you just a midget?
There's other things because there's just weird.
I mean, but basically, are you a midget?
Basically,
I can't
but-
remember how tall I was when I was 10.
Yeah, that's the other.
What is
question,
it,
too,
like
but
4 foot
I was probably pretty short.
8 or something like that is the legal?
I'm pretty short as is.
Right.
So tack on the 10-year-old me.
So you're going neck up?
I think I'd go neck up. That way I can still like get stuff off counters and things like you know, like have that height. I can still drive easily. You know,
I don't want to take a ladder with me everywhere I go.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think it's more practical, but
Here's the thing. Like, I'm not saying we are in this circumstance, but there's a lot of times where it's like an age limit on things. Do you become the person you are from the neck down or from the neck up?
oh, good grief, you're right.
Oh, do you have a 10-year-old brain?
Yeah.
I thought it was just
This
looks.
is like the dog question.
Does the question say look?
Look 10 years old from the neck up.
Okay,
Oh,
so
look.
Okay,
you
so
just
yeah,
look
you can
that
have
way.
you can have
So-
a human brain, I guess.
Okay.
But like, I mean, people are never gonna think you're an adult,
Well, at least you got ID
right? To
that
prove,
you can prove your birth date.
man,
Man.
it'd be weird though.
Yeah, I still think I like my adult body. I like my adult strength.
I agree.
I'm not like a strapping
My
like
epic
huge
manliness.
like man or anything.
I just
but
don't want to
still,
regress
Yeah,
to a
that's
10-year-old.
I'm gonna be able to turn a wrench.
Well, you couldn't pick up a wrench when you were 10.
I mean, like I could and I did, but not as much as I can't torque it like I can now. Yeah.
It's a tough question.
That is a tough one.
I think
but-
I think I'm going neck up.
Yeah.
I kind of have a baby face as
Yeah.
it is. I think I'm just
Probably
going
wouldn't have gotten married.
to keep rolling with that. I mean, this could seriously affect your love life either way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, what's that like, by the way, guys? How's that going?
it's going well. How's going?
How's
for
your
you?
alarm clock?
Just nagging me every morning.
Siri, shut
Gotta
up.
hit her a couple times.
All right,
my lord.
I gotta get. Would you rather? Here we go.
So true though.
Yeah, I mean,
Would you rather have to eat at least one ketchup packet with every meal and beverage you consume for the rest of your life, or hit every traffic light just as it turns red for the rest of your life?
So you have to down a ketchup packet with every drink that you take, or every time you drink something.
Every meal and every beverage. So
Okay.
I would think it would be every like drink. So just
Or
one.
I
per
gotta
drink.
hit every red light.
Yes.
okay, this one's pretty easy for me because I did that as a kid. I would just take a ketchup pack and just down it.
You're the
Honestly.
sickest human alive.
My sister was like
It,
you.
it really wasn't a
and,
big deal.
Did you guys used to like pour salt in your hand and just lick it?
No, I never did that.
Well, I mean, like maybe occasionally. I did that with sugar.
Yeah.
I never did either one of those. But
Yeah.
I would just open up a ketchup pack and just
This is like our really really
Squeeze it.
kid version of like doing drugs. Like you guys ever do sugar? No, man, but I did ketchup
Yeah,
packets.
you just take those ketchup.
you get those pixie sticks.
Yeah, pick
So,
sticks.
anybody that knows my eating situation knows that ketchup is one of the grossest things on the planet to me.
Oh wow. Okay.
I do not like ketchup.
I like some ketchup with some French fries.
I do not like it on anything. I do not like it here or there. I do not like it anywhere. For those of you that are Dr. Seuss fans, ketchup is disgusting, and because of that, I'm taking the red lights.
Man, that's a
All right.
rough life.
I know that the red lights will be over in a period. I'm okay with waiting a little bit.
Yeah, sometimes those red lights. Stay
I'm already
for time.
factoring in generally everywhere I go, like I'm early for things, so
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be the biggest inconvenience. But down in like I hate ketchup, and I can't even dilute the ketchup with a French fry
Yeah.
or a burger or something.
Yeah.
It's just squeeze the thing in my mouth.
Yep.
Every time I crack open a bottle of water or
Yeah.
take a drink of something, and it's like
I mean, I'll do it right now. It won't be a big deal to me.
it'd be a big deal to me.
Like,
I'll be honest.
whatever.
Like
Oh, right before my cup of coffee in the morning? Yeah. Here's a ketchup packet. No.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I wouldn't like it all the time.
That's the thing. After a while, it would definitely get old.
Well, if you're like, man, I want a cup of coffee, and so you have to have your ketchup packet. And then you're like, well, I don't want to have ketchup coffee.
I feel like it's
So
like an
then if you had
insulin
to, like-
shot. It's like, all right, let me get my ketchup packet out.
Yeah, but then it's
All
like,
right.
oh, man, well, I need to rinse my mouth out. And then you go crack open a bottle of water to rinse your mouth out. Another ketchup packet.
But
Yeah.
I just can't imagine my entire life having to stop at every single red light. Like you never
Yeah.
get a break.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
And you'd probably get used to that.
While I'm driving? Is that what it said? Or just while
as
driving?
it turns red for the, or hit every traffic light just as it turns red for the rest of your life. Get out of my car.
Okay, yeah. I was going to say, I'm Ubering everywhere I go.
Yeah.
No, I'm still taking that. I can't.
Uber drivers would reject you. They'd be like, "No, get out."
They probably charge me a lot more money too, but
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
no, I can't do the catch up. Give me the slow pace life.
I think I'd go catch up. And as much as that would get old, I think I could deal with it.
I think I'd crank up a little shoot from the hip podcast and just take my drive nice and slow.
You
Not
ever
a
you ever
bad
watch?
idea. Not a bad idea.
There was this really
Shameless plug.
there's this really cheap old man that would come into Chick-fil-A, and he was not homeless. Like, did
Would
we
you just eat ketchup packets?
No, well, we had homeless people that would come in, and then we had people that were just cheap. And this one guy, he would come in with a cup that looked like it came from like 2 years ago. Like it was beat up styrofoam cup, and he would get a refill of tea.
That's disgusting.
And then he would get ketchup and mustard and crackers from the
Wow.
condiment station, and he would eat them.
That's disgusting.
I'm
That
just like, dude,
Did you ever go up to him and be like,
come on.
"Sir, you're stealing.
No.
You're a thief."
I felt like that was the manager's duty.
Yeah.
Not mine.
But everybody
You're
kind of rolled
bigger.
their eyes and just stared at him like,
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
But the other thing that we would sometimes catch people doing is grabbing the Texas Pete sauce and walking out.
"Okay."
They just come in, grab Texas Pete sauce, and walk out. Not just one, like a bag full of Texas Pete
They
sauce.
just don't want to go buy it at the store.
I guess I'm just like, you guys are cheap.
Yeah. Well, I mean that. Oh man, that turns into a really good podcast topic. Like the best free meals you can create at places.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
That is a good
We'll
one.
have to bring that up sometime.
Yeah.
I'll have to do a
Yeah.
little research. We may
Yeah.
have to do like some experimenting.
Oh man.
Go into some fast food places and see. So, anyways, basically on the same topic, I was with a guy one time. My friends that listen to this podcast will know. His name's Doc Peters, this old Cajun guy. We go into this McDonald's at like 5 a.m, and Doc didn't want to buy milk, so he just went and got like 6 creamers, like half and half.
That is not milk.
It's not really.
The Lord is my witness. He peeled those things off and just downed them. Said, it's cheaper than buying milk. And just
Yeah.
down like 6 or 7 creamers.
Yes,
I
it
was
is cheaper than buying milk.
That's gross, but okay.
Oh gosh.
Oh my
So, yeah,
goodness.
It has been done. Lancer,
Wow.
you got another one for us?
I got one more. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of mediocre.
All right, I'm ready
so,
for it.
you
I'll
know.
give you a mediocre answer.
All right.
Alright.
All right. Would you rather have your eyes on the back of your head or on the sides of your head?
I like the visual.
Yeah. So, would you rather see
No pun intended.
backwards
Oh man.
or sideways? Here's the thing, you gotta think about this. If they're on the sides of your head, you got pretty big blind spot right in front of you
Yeah.
and right behind you.
Yeah.
You'd be like... You'd
Be like a bird.
Yeah, you'd be like a bird or like
Right.
a chameleon or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Although you won't have eyes moving independently
No.
of each other.
Well, they'd have to move independently, wouldn't they? I mean, how could they move
No.
together?
Well, there are animals with eyes on the side of their head that their eyes don't move. Chameleons can move their
That's
eyes
true.
independently.
How-
But
how do
other
they-
animals don't. They still look the same.
How does that work, though?
Like
I'm trying to
for
think how
instance,
that works.
A deer, like their eyes are more. They have very narrow heads, so their
Right.
eyes are more out on the
on
side
the
of their
sides,
head,
right?
and so their field of vision is a lot wider. It's not like
I'm just trying to think, like, if I've got an eye on the right side of my head and an eye on the left side of my head, if I look to the right, what does my left eye do?
it runs into your used to be eye socket.
right.
I think I'm going with eyes in the back of my head
Yeah.
because I feel like I'd be like a really good bodyguard or something like that, or like a security guard.
Make a great teacher.
Yeah, like
As you're writing on the chalkboard. Yeah.
And you don't see what you're writing
Right,
because you're
yeah,
looking
yeah.
at the class.
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
Yeah.
yeah.
See, I'm gonna go with side
Why?
because
I can't find any advantage to it because I can't see either
well,
way.
I'll tell you the advantage because
I'd be shuffling everywhere I went sideways.
Here's the deal with the to the side. Like I can adjust by like turning my head, cocking my head to the side, and my arms articulate forward. My legs articulate forward. So getting the adjustment to the backwards thing would be difficult. But
Yeah.
the adjustment to the forwards, I'm already moving forward, so it's just a matter of adjusting the way that I turn my head.
Well-
I can live with the sides of the head.
We're already moving towards a society where we'll be cyborgs, so I'll just be like have Darth Vader arms and just be able to do what I want. Probably.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you should do that.
That's cheating in the scenario.
I would say
So back of the head for you.
yeah.
I'm side of the head.
back of the head for me.
What you got, Lancer? What did you
Yeah,
pick?
you know, I would have to go sides,
Yeah.
but I would definitely be walking sideways everywhere I go. So
Just crab walk it?
yeah, just crab walking
Yeah.
sideways everywhere
Yeah,
because.
I like it.
But if you're walking sideways and they're on the sides of your head, you're looking in front of you and behind you at the same time.
Yeah, a little bit.
So
You have the opportunity, yeah. Are they like protruding from your head too?
Yeah.
So you got like the whole like, you know.
yeah, just think about getting sunglasses though. That'd be such a pain.
I was gonna say. Yeah,
Can you
how do wear
imagine rolling
glasses?
your eyes like forward to backward?
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what do you do if you're crying? You have to wipe both sides. Of your head.
Oh, I'm getting water in my ear again.
At least I can wear glasses. They're just on the back of my head,
Yeah.
so it's not the most unusual.
Yeah, that'd be difficult with sunglasses. Yeah.
You'd have
Yeah.
a really large bridge.
Like
on those
that bridge
glasses.
would go over top of your
Yeah,
head.
yeah, it's like a
that'd be
headband.
awesome. Yeah.
All right, I got one more.
Okay,
Would
I've got one last one too, so go ahead.
you rather live in an amusement park or a zoo?
Amusement park or zoo? Ooh. Ooh.
So like
Both are expensive
you-
for food.
You live there, so you're pretty much a resident. You get access to it at all times.
Yeah.
all right. So here's the thing.
Yeah.
I get really bad motion sickness.
Oh.
If I'm driving through the mountains myself, I get sick.
Wow.
If I am watching a video of someone driving through the mountains, I
You
get
get sick?
sick.
Wow.
Like
Okay.
I got some serious motion sickness issues going on.
Yeah.
So for me, it's got to be the zoo, no matter what. I wouldn't enjoy the amusement park at all.
Yeah.
So
I think I
Yeah.
would pick amusement park. And for, I guess, a few different reasons. One is some of the fun things, including the water park, because, hey, I can jump in a pool anytime. That'd be nice. I mean, I'll hang out in the wave pool and whatever. Downside is it does get crowded on those certain occasions.
Right, yeah.
But it doesn't smell like the zoo. And so that I feel like that would get old to me. But and that's just, I don't know. You might get used to it too, but
Yeah,
I just don't want the poop smell.
I think I'm gonna take the zoo.
Yeah.
Just because
I figured you're probably more of an animal
I'm
person
more of
than
an
I
animal
am.
person, and you get to, like, when there's nothing there to entertain you, the animals kind of can, and you can watch them,
Yeah.
do their thing. So there's always like something to see.
yeah,
Like the amusement park, when it's empty, it's like, yeah, let me go on a roller coaster by myself. It's like, it's not quite the same,
Yeah.
and I feel like you would get really bored.
Yeah.
Where the animals, they can provide you with something new all the time. You'd be like, hey,
Hey, there's always the
what
four-
happens if we put an ostrich in the lion pen?
oh hey,
Just have your
There's
own
always the 4D theater for the 1000th time.
exactly. The food, I feel like, is probably similar.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe the amusement park has more like junk food, because I think zoos have a lot of like family places to go
Right,
eat.
right.
So I feel like the food,
And the amusement park might have more sit down too.
it might, yeah. But if
But-
you're just living there by yourself, I mean,
Yeah.
you could probably work it out.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I just feel like there's always something cool to see, and you can find a way to entertain yourself. So
Yeah.
I think it would smell worse,
Yeah.
but I think after a while the rides would get old. So.
Now, if the choice was to include aquarium,
zoo versus aquarium.
I think I'd still take a zoo.
I kind of like aquariums.
Yeah, they're cool.
They are. I would like if the aquarium has
I
like
feel like if you lived at a zoo, you'd be able to interact with, like, you'd start to,
Yeah.
like, learn the zoo duties.
Yeah. You start throwing stuff at the
Yeah,
animals.
it's like, what can you do for a fish other than, like, sprinkle something in?
I mean, you look at them.
I mean, it is cool to watch like the beluga whales at
Yeah.
the Georgia Aquarium.
Yeah, you could hang out with the dolphins.
And the
As long as you're
You get
okay
free
with
access-
swimming in, like, 50-degree water with the belugas.
Yeah, no.
It's like Arctic water.
Yeah.
I still think I would choose the zoo because, just like getting in a cage with a lion who's like your friend at
Yeah.
that point, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, and I mean, if you want to just, like, have some fun.
Yeah, because the lions don't just attack people.
You could get in a
Never.
fight. You could get in a fight with some monkeys in the cage and start throwing stuff in
Like a
at 'em.
fist fight.
Yeah.
No, just like a spit wad like fight.
Lancer's like, I could fight a lion.
Yeah, I can fight a monkey.
All right, last would you rather?
All right.
All right.
Okay. Would you rather be able to fly 10 miles per hour or run 100 miles an hour?
Whoa.
Yeah, I know,
What
pretty
a good
nuts, right?
choice.
Is the height capped on the flying?
I don't think that it is. I mean, it wouldn't be that fast. So, I mean, you want to get up there, it's going to take you a little bit of time.
Well, either way, no one's ever catching you at tag, so you'll be like the
No,
world's
yeah.
greatest
Yeah,
tag
yeah.
player.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
mean, that's why we're doing this.
I mean, records broken all around. Yeah. So you're almost the Flash, or you can fly slowly like Superman.
like at a jog.
Superman
Yeah.
flew pretty fast.
yeah. He faster than a speeding
Speeding bullet.
Yeah.
More
What's
powerful than a
more
locomotive.
powerful than the locomotive? I was like, not
Able to
faster
leap
than a
tall
locomotive.
buildings in a
Yeah.
single bound.
Yeah.
This amazing stranger from the planet Krypton, the Man
Yeah.
of Steel.
Yeah.
Superman. That's at least what it was on the cartoon.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. This amazing stranger from the planet Krypton, the Man of Steel. And then there'd be this gong.
Yeah.
Superman.
Yeah. Great intro.
I know this is probably going to go against what people would say. I think I'm going to run 100 miles an hour whenever I want.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I'll be literally the world's greatest athlete. So money will be no problem.
Yeah.
I'll break every Olympic record.
Would they ban you from it though?
I would be the world's best
my
running back.
Uh-huh.
I would be the fastest basketball player in the world. Nobody could get around bases quicker than me. Granted,
Yeah.
I could actually hit a ball.
Yeah, you'd have to
coming
hit the
from
ball
a pit.
first.
But I mean, like, I think like football would probably be your thing. All I got to do is take a hand off and
Be a
just
really great thief.
Yeah.
really great.
Basically, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be a great cop chasing down
yeah,
people.
sure.
Yeah. High speed chase.
I would be
On your feet.
Open the door and get in.
I'd be really good at being like a safari guide. I could just like chase down animals. and
Wouldn't it be great to be driving a car at like 60 miles an hour down the highway?
here I come just jogging.
No. You're just driving 60 miles an hour in your car, and then you open the door and you jump out and start running faster than the car.
What is that, ghost walking, what they do with the cars?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, you
So-
can do that at 60 miles an hour.
Or do that stupid little that what was it?
The
Kiki dance
challenge?
thing? Yeah.
I think
At
I'm
60 miles an hour.
I just feel like there's more. There's a little more. I mean, flying is obviously super awesome,
Yeah.
but I could get some more value. I think out of just being able to whenever I want. Like 100 miles an hour is stinking fast.
It is.
It just blow a cheetah out of the water.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think I'm taking that.
I think I'd have to take the flying.
Yeah.
Just because you can't.
Just because that's something like, I mean, I can't run 100 miles an hour either, but
Good point.
Why not?
I mean, but I think that the flying is just so useful, adding that like extra direction you can travel.
Yeah.
don't know,
Opening up
that's-
the Z direction.
Yeah, opening up that extra dimension of
It is. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that would be really cool. Like, just
I love the
I don't know
idea
what I
of the
would do with it.
slow of the
that's
slowness
my
of it.
problem. Is I don't know what I would do with it either. It's like would I?
I mean-
you couldn't play basketball because it would be a travel.
You would get to and from
not
place.
steps.
You might get
You're
to
still in the air, like dribbling and taking steps.
you might get to and from some places faster just because
Oh,
crow
100%.
fly.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean,
I'd never get stuck at a red light.
Right.
right.
Now you
And I
can
wouldn't
only
have to
go
catch
10
it.
miles an hour.
So it would take you an hour to go 10 miles. Believe it or not, some people couldn't figure that out.
Yeah,
I think our listeners could have though.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you
But if I
So
if I run 100
but
miles
if you're
an
running,
hour,
yeah, you could get there faster too. Yeah. You're
Yeah.
right.
I mean, I still wouldn't have to eat ketchup,
Right.
and I could just jog on a sidewalk somewhere and get there.
You have to have some
minutes.
quick reaction time though, too.
oh yeah, you gotta be ready to like dodge
Yeah.
pretty quickly.
Oh yeah, I'm ready for
Get
it.
into a car accident with your body.
That would be rough.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's probably about time to put a bow on this.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. All right. Well, thank you once again for listening to this podcast. It's a very unprepared for podcast.
Oh yeah.
If you're listening on SoundCloud or iTunes or something like that, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and we would appreciate it. We are on iHeartRadio as well,
We are
which is big deal. Big deal.
very
took,
exciting.
took me too long to get that.
biggest deal.
Also, you can find us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Twitter is at HipShot Podcast. Instagram is HipShot Podcast. And Facebook is facebook.com/Shoot from the Hip Podcast. So be sure to go over there, follow us, and we'll put up some, stuff here and there. And be
Yeah.
sure to comment, vote on stuff.
Vote for me.
Whatever.
Yeah, get involved in the socials.
Yeah.
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 We're
Come
cool.
on, check your heart. Get it on the game.
DM us some life advice questions that you
That's
might
a
have.
great suggestion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you're not doing anything with your life anyway.
Let us help you.
Yeah.
Help us help you.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks again for listening to this podcast. I hope you guys have a fantastic week.